Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Legend Series, Marvel Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man. This is from the Thanos MCU Build-A-Figure wave. And he comes in the typical Marvel Legends style packaging. Avengers A on top. Some artwork on the side. More artwork on the side. Then we got a mediocre pose on the back. I don't really think that almost looks like it glows, but let's go ahead and take a look. We got a little bit of bio there. Then we have everybody from this wave, which I have everybody. I got to review Songbird next, and I'm waiting for a Iron Spider to arrive. And what the heck happened here? What happened? The stories that packages and figures could tell us, you know. But let's go ahead and get Tony Stark out of his package. Here we got Iron Man, Tony Stark, out of the package. He comes with some accessories, if you want to call them accessories. They're just basically the alternate hands that are not attached to his body, because he comes with a pair of fist hands. Look all right. They got the wristband in them. Meh. Then we get the open palm, blaster hand, thruster hand, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, we do not have a wristband. That's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. He comes with these blaster effects that we've seen many, many times and can fit into some of these weapons, like the Deadpool bazooka and stuff like that, to give blast effects. I do like that they are a different color, but they seem to be the color of his mascara on the figure, which we will dive into right now. The figure itself, the head sculpt, I really like. I don't understand the mascara that you could see that's sloppily painted. I have yet to see one that has been painted clean, or how it's actually supposed to be painted. But I see that they were trying to add a little bit of color popping. There looks like there is a slice through the eye. Could be part of the plastic. I'm not too sure. And the head sculpt is not bad. Actually, I do enjoy it. The sculpt of the figure is great. The choice of plastic, not so great. I don't like this red plastic. His head does get... Nope. He can look down heck of a lot. But going back, oh, I guess I could. All right, there we go. You can look up and get some good Iron Man poses that way. His head's sort of loose, so you can really do whatever you want with it. All that, like, look at that. That's crazy. I am not happy. Oh, man. I'm going to rip this figure apart just because... Straight out the get-go, this is the weakest figure out of the wave. If you see it peg warming, it's not because people don't like the sculpt. It's probably more than that, and I'm going to dive in why. So articulation, his arms can only go down to his side this far. Like, you have to that one's farthest. This one still has like a big gap. Arms going up. This one can clear. Like, it's like this arm is the ideal, how it should be. Then you got this messed up arm. I don't get it. He has some really good sculpt and paint work on the body. And then sort of jump back at the arms. He has bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. It's got that wrist rotation, but no bend in this hand, which makes it such a, not a fan. Not a fan at all. And whoever sculpted this, like, the sculpt work is fantastic. You get some marbleization in the chest, which doesn't make sense because it's not really looking too much like a metallic type of plastic. Then you get the same type of articulation. But look at the sculpt work. Sculpt work, whoever sculpted this did an amazing job. Wish they would have added a little bit more paint accents to make these, maybe even a wash to make this sculpted line work pop even more. But I really do enjoy it. The centerpiece doesn't glow as much as they tried to show on the back of the box, it just looks meh. Like, if I can get in there really close, you really can't. It's not even that white part of the center is not even like a clean. It's not even crisp. The edging is just sloppy. Ab crunch, he can not move forward. He has this little piece of plastic. It's not wanting to bend, but he can go backwards. You know, a good amount. Which that's cool because you get to really see. I love this part. I love the silver. The paint and everything. Like, it just looks nice. Then he could do the splits this far. Got the thigh cut. Breaks the sculpt because you got all that sculpted line work. And I don't understand if that blue was supposed to continue down to his leg. I would assume so, just by looking at the legs. Got the silver going down. Then, like, paint just sort of stops from the knees down. Double jointed knee, of course. And he can do, like, that good. He could do, like, a sort of a Spartan kick. He can't do a field goal, but. Then, ankle bend and pivot. Bottom of the shoe shows where the thruster hole should be. Should just move that peg hole where that could be, because we can have some accurate thrusters, so we can use those blaster effects as thruster effects for his feet. So that was basically the articulation. Now, what's wrong with this figure is it's made out of garbage plastic. This figure, it feels the worst out of all of the Iron Man figures I've ever touched. He feels hollow, brittle. It just seems cheap. The type of plastic, it's like some parts don't even match color-wise, and it's just not. It's almost like they had like an idea, like, hey, we're gonna do this metallic, like this ab part. It's a nice metallic type of plastic. It looks great. They get it to the hips. They're like, well, it's too expensive. Let's change it to this. So this is a whole different type of plastic. You can actually see it. So why they change it to this nasty red plastic right here, I have no idea. It's horrible. They should have stuck with this color plastic. And even the part that goes over the body, it sort of tries to be that metallic plastic, but it's not. It just seems very thin and hollow up here. Very thin and hollow. Then the arms aren't even that same type of plastic. It's just like this figure just feels awful. Sculpt work, everything is just being put to shame because of limited articulation on the wrist. The plastic is just garbage. And he just, I mean, he's more of a, hey, let's pose him up once. And that's about it. Because I'm just not, I love the head. I love the head sculpt in the sculpt work. I'm not taking that away from this figure at all. It's just the change of the plastic. You can really feel it in your hands. And it's just, it doesn't feel like a $20 figure. This feels like a $10 figure at the most. You know, he doesn't even come with the Build-A-Figure piece at all. I mean, and then the, like, why can't we bend the wrist down? You've given us, Hasbro, the wrist bending before on these open palms, and now you're just restricting us completely. And then you give us fist ones, which I don't even really like how the fist looks as much, because it's like you got the blaster hole right there, but it seems weird. It doesn't seem like a fist. So, and you guys have watched a lot of my reviews, hopefully, and you see that I don't really go off on figures unless, wow, why is that hand so tiny? Even like the fist, look at that. Like, his fist is almost, when it's closed, is the same size as his forearm. That's crazy. Like, maybe, yeah. So maybe that's what it is too. Like, of all figures, and I know we get Iron Men with like every wave, a Thor or an Iron Man. This one could have been amazing. Like, I thought they were making progress with the last Iron Man that we got, the Invincible Iron Man. I was like, dude, that one's great. This one comes out, the head sculpt again, and the detail, awesome. They just dropped the ball in this figure though. But let's get them posed up and See how that looks. So even posed up, I mean, you have a choice of putting fist on or his open palm hands. Thrusters can be aiming down, or, you know, you can try to bend him up, get him into a cool pose. But I mean, we've seen these poses before. You really can't, you know, do much. You know, it's just the typical Iron Man pose, but in fact, you're limited on those, on the repulsor blast or whatever the heck you want to call them. Come on, balance up there, Tony Stark. There, what? So, I mean, you can get some poses out of him. They'll look good. He'll look good posed. It's just, he's just a disappointment and a peg warmer. And don't spend more than $10 on him. That's my opinion. And that sums up my unboxing review of the Infinity War Iron Man from the Thanos MCU Build-A-Figure wave. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you're watching this, subscribe. And anybody watching this, hit that notification because you want to know when I post a new video. Because I usually will post one up almost every day, it seems like. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.